Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Subterrain. And the only thing that I've really done so far is just grab a bunch of stuff from our storage so that we can head over here and start breaking all of it down. Let's see here. I think that's a decent barrel, so I don't want to be breaking that one down. But the rest of this stuff is pretty much useless to us right now. So let's go ahead and break that down for pieces. And head over here, break all of that down for pieces. And all of the broken filters as well. I seem to be missing a thermal filter for our last one. I wonder if it's in here. It is indeed. Awesome. And we also have a couple more things that we need to research. And speaking of which, this ore actually needs to be dumped in here for it to function properly. So we're going to go over here and go ahead and throw that in. And might as well head over here and see if we can refine anything more, which I think we might have already taken care of all of what we had prepared for us. Yeah, there's only that, which I just threw in there. And oddly enough, whenever you have it in your inventory and you try and go over there, it won't work. You have to throw it in this first. All of the ores that you can pick up from mining, at least. Right. So let's head back over to research those things up, and then head back over to, I believe it was mining that didn't have the generators set up properly yet. After we do that, our base is nicely prepared so that we don't need to worry about oxygen and temperature within our main area, at least. Yeah, I'm in the right way. Oh, no, I wasn't. Needed to head up from there. So, I believe once we have all of this researched, that we won't have to worry about any more researching before we head off to our next location, because everything else needs a upgrade before we can do anything else. Yeah. So, back over to mining to set that up. And might as well queue up a bunch more mining to be done while we're doing that. I think this. Right. Oops. That was dumb of me. I noticed him slightly before he smacked me, but didn't move out of the way in time. And I think that they are in the upper quadrant in this one, at least from what I remember. I could be wrong. I have been known to be wrong before. We might not be able to get there in time for our oxygen not to deplete before it's set up. We might have to head back. That was a door. That was a door! Anybody inside? Nope. Take the thermal and throw in a thermal. And I might have passed it. Yeah, it's up here. Here we go. And I am slowly suffocating. Yeah, so let's just not do that immediately. That was not very smart of me. I should have taken care of my oxygen before I headed over here. That's okay, though. We can at least get ourselves out of here before we die. Whoop. Again, not very smart of me. I should probably stop taking breaks in between to edit these videos, but But it does give me a chance to head back and make sure that, at least double check what I'm doing, and plan for the future. But it might not be the best idea. I think I might start recording these in 2 or 3 episode chunks so that I can avoid that. Have some food, and have some water. Cool. Oh, yeah, I charged the power pack. Sorry about that. Yeah. Probably should have taken care of those things before I headed over here. Cost us maybe a half an hour in time. But worse things have happened. And I'm sure worse things will happen before this is over. This is also probably a good time to mention that contamination is an issue. I'm currently on only 2 contaminations, so it's not that big of a problem. And one of those pills that we'll probably be discussing here shortly is good enough to take care of us for some time, or at least a good percentage of contamination, so we don't really need to worry about taking one right now. But now that our oxygen is taken care of, I think the only thing left to do is loot this place for all it's worth, set up some mining to be done, and head back over and take care of our research. Yeah, that's the machine gun done, or SMG done. And the reason I tend to like that one a little bit more than any of the others, the pistol and the shotgun, is because the automated defenses use SMGs. It's not something that I've gotten into yet, or at least needed to get into yet, because no one has attacked my base yet. But I'm sure it will be essential in the future, so I might as well start. And there's another thing that I should do. You can increase the production quantity so that you don't just mine like 4 at a time. And now that we have most of what we need, at least for the time being, I can probably start queuing up 50 at a time. And I should probably do the same with bio before we head out of here as well. But first I think we should head over to our storage and throw everything we don't need into there. Which I'm not sure why that got shoved down into there, considering it's not a usable item, but we'll make do. And that's all researchable, and that's all researchable. Might as well read that, and that. And I think we're gonna just take a full episode to read all those out before we actually head out anywhere else. Most of what they contain is just sort of clues as to where to go once you're done here. So I think we'll read all those out and then decide on that where we're going to be going for our first location. Break all that down. And those 2. Not a huge fan of the melee weapons because it gets me a little bit too close to the action for what I'm comfortable with, at least. Cool. And since we have our SMG done, we might as well make one. Awesome. And yeah. We're going to need to build the next 2 versions of those, but that's again sometime in the future, and we don't have that researched yet. But what would be nice is another 2, an oxygen filter and a temperature regulator. Actually, we should probably have 2 of those, because we want to throw one in research before we head out as well. Might as well get that done while we have the time. And it's not creating anything else. Right. So, I think now it's just a waiting game. We have most of the systems up and operational. I think what we want to do is just clean this place out as best as possible. Do I still have a bag on me? I do indeed. That will be useful. Hello there, buddy. And we got another one of you. Come on. Cool. Anybody else? Not currently. And we're already full up, so let's head back over here and throw down our bag. Just quickly check that nobody's going to be sneaking up on us. And throw all of our stuff in there. I forgot to throw... Whoop. I actually wasn't in the bag there. I thought I clicked on the bag. I did not. And this does just clean up your inventory at least a little bit, because it's not taking up any slot, and you can collect a lot more before heading on, and just leave that bag there so it's one location that you have to go to rather than all of these individual boxes, so you can remember which ones you've searched and which ones you haven't a little bit easier at least. Because otherwise running all the way back down there is a little bit time consuming. And unfortunately, it also has a limited amount of spaces in it, but that's okay. We'll just fill up as much as we can, and then head back and take care of all that we can at the same time. And he's getting tired, although that would be preferable because we are just kind of waiting anyway. I think I might actually be full up because there's a bunch of different things and none of it seems to fit in that bag. Even though it's because it's full on weight. So we might as well just take all we can and head down. And we have reached the point where sleep is starting to affect our stamina, so we cannot run as fast as we might like. And the hammers as well, I think. And also all of... we don't have any. I thought I might have picked up a couple of things from those zombies. I guess they didn't drop anything. I don't really remember if they did or not. And grab all of that and head back. And I didn't notice that we had 2 weapons taking up slots. We can probably dump those as well. And I do remember that this was a thing we needed to dump our ores in here as well. Let's go ahead and take care of that. Free up a couple of slots. Break down all our goods. And head over here to see if that machine gun's done. I think I saw it pop up in the top. Yeah, we did. Right. Let's take those things and head back over to research so that we can throw that machine gun in as well. Check on our research there. And actually, I think the current version of the weapon that I have, the K model, is the best one that we can create, but we're going to research it anyway since we have the time. Should have headed up. Right. So let's go ahead and research that K model. And research these oxygen filters and thermal filters. And since I don't think there's really anything else important that we need to be taking care of right now, we'll go ahead and research all of our medical supplies at the same time here in a little bit. But yes. Ooh, I forgot to take the weapons off. That's okay though. Do I want to continue searching right now? No, I think our time is better spent heading down here. Let's head over to Bio and start queuing up a bunch of those things. And I think we should be decent. Go ahead and throw as much of this stuff in here as we can. Don't have any. Oh well. Might as well free up a couple of slots here by throwing in our thermal and oxygen. And I don't believe that we will need either of those key cards because the doors that they can open are already opened. But those two we actually do need. Might as well get rid of it by opening up the generator room so we can free up a slot. And down to Bio to queue up a couple of... We'll probably be breaking it down into supplies anyway, but we might as well have it since it's not doing anything anyway. And start queuing up 50 of those as well. Right, and while we're here, we might as well make sure that this place is nice and cleared out. I think there might be a key card here as well, but I could be wrong. Oops, I ran out of charge on that. So, I guess it's time just to head away. Let's head back over to engineering and queue up our weapons. I'm sorry if there was a little bit of a stutter there, because I'm trying to cut out all of the loading times, at least to cut down on your waiting, because you don't need to sit through loading times. That's not something you need to watch. It's not very entertaining. And let's see here. Yeah, let's have another K model. And let's have the and I believe we've hit that 20-minute marker, but I think we will forgive it for this episode because we are very close to getting ourselves settled. Yeah. Sorry about the lag on that one. I believe it's because it's loading up a lot of things, because that is quite full of useful materials. Right. What else needs to be done before we can head out? We should probably make that suit, because I think that was done researching. No, it was not. Did I start that research? I think I did. I think I did. Right. So I think that that's all that we really need to do or have done before we can depart from this place. Let's go ahead and take all of our medical supplies and head down here and start them researching so that we'll have those taken care of before we head out. I keep checking in there just in case we have those done, but I haven't seen it pop up in the top left yet. And the main goal of grabbing all of our medical supplies in that situation is so that we can have all of them researched so that we can make them in case we run out of anything. Right. That's all of our medical supplies taken care of. I think we're getting close to heading out. Yeah. So, I think we're going to leave this episode here. All I'm going to do in the interim is just head over and have a little bit of a sleep, and I shall see you whenever I wake up. Thank you very, very much for joining me, and as always, please let me know if there is anything that I can do to make your viewing experience a little bit more pleasurable, and I shall see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.